whole, 2%, 1%, and skim milk all have lots of calcium and vitamins. Prairie Farms 100% pure Florida orange juice gives you lots of vitamin C. Prairie Farms low-fat, small, and large curd cottage cheese and yogurt are great salads or just by themselves. And try the new Prairie Farms original cream cheese in an 8-ounce size. Taste the homemade goodness of farm fresh Prairie Farms.
Matt Corso here, proud to now be a part of the Kaufman Realty and Auction team right here in Taylorville. Let my over 20 years of real estate and auction experience work for you. Click my icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Join Taylorville retailers as they kick off the spring shopping season. Lots of great clothing, accessories, home decor, patio and garden, local handmade items, and much more. Sales and specials from many participants. Learn more by clicking the small town Taylorville icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And we're back on the WTIM Morning Show, your information station. You're listening to WTIM, and this interview brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. A big thanks to those sponsors for helping bring this content to you each and every weekday morning. Currently, I am joined by two members of St. Mary's School. I'm joined by Principal Joanne Cody and Carol Harrison. She is the Director of Religious Education with St. Mary's School. To the both of you, how are you this morning?
We're doing great. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Well, glad to have you guys here today, especially to talk about something that we really want to hit on at the end of the show and really make sure folks know about. But for me, being newer to the area and not knowing as much about St. Mary's School, I'm also excited to learn a little bit about what you guys have going on as well. First topic that I know we want to talk about is changes to preschool and what that might look like. So whoever wants to take the floor, take me down that road and what changes we might see to preschool.
Okay. Well, just a little bit of history. St. Mary's School was started by the Sisters of Adorers of Christ. They are the same sisters that started St. Vincent's Hospital, and they started the school. And this year, St. Mary's School is 116 years old. And our current building that we are in was built and finished in 2016. So it's a fairly new building.
So we've been around. We're a staple of the community.
Absolutely.
But we do have some exciting changes
Yes.
for this coming school year.
So one of the first changes is for our preschool. We will be offering all day, Monday through Friday, 3- and 4-year-old preschool classes. It's open to all denominations. For some parents who are a little nervous about sending their little ones every day, all day, there is a half-day option also, or a 3-day option if they don't want to send them every day, trying to accommodate parents maybe who with their work schedule, maybe they only work 3 days a week, and that's when they're looking for some help. We can do that. We offer a before care service. The doors open at 7 until the 8:05 when the school building opens. We also have an aftercare system also that the preschool will also be able to use. It's open from dismissal at school until 5:30 each day. We do have staff that are supervising, and we offer games, Legos, puzzles, coloring, drawing. We have the gymnasium. We take them outside, weather permitting, to the playground. We have snacks for the after-school program. Our kids who stay all day will also be able to go to the cafeteria and either participate in the lunch program, or they are free to bring their lunches with them. Another thing that is exciting that the parents are looking forward to also, preschool will follow the same calendar as the big school, as they call it. So they will start at 8:00 in the morning like we do. They will dismiss at the same time, so parents don't have to have a different drop-off time or different pickup time if they have students in both buildings or both programs. We will also be moving preschool classrooms to the big school building. They won't be over in the parish center, so we will all be housed in the same building to try and incorporate the 3- and 4-year-olds in with the big school, and they will get to participate in the activities. We are a secure building, so the doors are locked. They have to buzz just like any other school buildings to be able to get in. We are also planning to offer art, music, PE, computer lab, as well as all of the other activities in the preschool program. So they will be immersed in everything. Mrs. Harrison will come in and once a week and do a religion Bible story with the kids and little finger plays and music. So get them all in there and immersed in it all day.
So we hope that they have all the special classes that our big kids get to have as well.
I was going to say, so it sounds like these changes are basically expanding a little bit on the previous services
Yes.
and then offering some additional opportunities there too. You mentioned the half day, you mentioned a 3-day schedule if needed, but also pre-care, aftercare. So by my total here, you could potentially be from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Correct.
And that would really, really open the door for somebody to really commit to full-time work as a parent as well. Drop your kid off at 7, go to work at 8, get off at 4:30, come grab them after
Right.
that. And
Yes.
so that gives you that whole day option to be able to do so. And then if you don't want to utilize it for a whole day, or maybe just part of the week, you got a half day, you got a 3-day. So I love the sound of that. And move into the big school, as we've coined it.
We're
Yes.
excited
as
about
well.
that.
Yes, that's what they call it. The little ones when we're over in preschool, the big school. And a few of them came to our open house that we had in February,
Okay.
and parents registered them for preschool. And they're already asking, well, when do I get to go to the big school? When do I get to start school? So they're very excited about it.
Well, that's awesome. And I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that you guys are excited about it too. 116 years of history here. You've got a fairly brand new building if it was just kind of completed and renovations done in 2016. So there's a lot of good going on. And I love to hear about the expanding services and just the different options within that too. So that is a look at preschool and some of the changes that are coming to next year. What about when they go to the big school? Now that they are in the big school, what about when they become a little bit bigger kids? What are some of the changes after preschool into K through 6?
So we offer them a lot of the specials that we had talked about. One thing that is different once you get into kindergarten in the big school is they lead mass. So we have mass once a week. And the students, it's a student-led mass. So they do everything from the readings to carrying up the gifts. They fully participate. So they do all the ministry. And even our kindergartners do that as well. So they get up in front of the whole congregation and read. So it's very exciting. Once they reach 3rd grade, then they have an additional opportunity to participate with Mass. And we go to 2 of the assisted living facilities here in town on a Tuesday and celebrate Mass with them. And so they take turns going and participating there. They do the readings, they sing. The people at these facilities love it when we're coming, and the students love it too. 3rd grade, it's exciting, their first time, because they consider it their field trip.
Yeah.
So they're excited about going. So we look forward to that. And then one of the other changes that we've made in our school is in regards to technology.
Okay.
And so I'll let Joanne tell you about the STEM lab and some of the new things that we've added for all of our students.
Sure.
Yes, we were very fortunate to receive a grant from the Tracy Foundation. And so with that money, we put in a STEM lab last year. We have drones in the STEM lab, which the kids are excited now that the weather's getting nice. We can get outside and use those.
Sure.
We have an active floor that has an endless possibility of games and activities for any subject matter that you would want to look for, from preschool up through, junior high age. We have a 3D printer. We have Legos, marble runs, a coding program, and little coding robots that do things. We have a typing program. So the kids really look forward to their computer days. It's 2 days a week that they are in there for a 40-minute class. And then in addition to that, classes can talk with our tech person and say, hey, we're doing something. Would we be able to come in on a certain day that computer classes aren't happening and use the lab? And it's always available for that. Preschool was over there this morning. They came over to do the active floor this morning. So they were all excited to be there. Every classroom has a Promethean board. So
Promethean board.
it's a newer version of the smart board.
Okay.
It's an interactive board. the teachers use those quite a bit in the classroom to integrate technology into their curriculum. A lot of textbooks now, when you get them, there's an online component. So all of our teachers can access that information and use that. All of the kids have Chromebooks or iPads that they use also, so the teachers incorporate that a lot also in the classroom.
Well, I got to say, thank you, one, for filling me in on what's going on with you guys. It's nice to know as a newer member of Taylorville, but when you think about, okay, if we start with you at 3 and we get you all the way through 6th grade, that's a long time and a lot of time for you guys to be able to really imprint on that student and their learning and their education moving forward. So excited to see some of the changes and some of the additions that you've made with that history that you still bring in that tradition that is still very much a part of St. Mary's School. Well, I'm joined by Joanne Cody and Carol Harrison, and they're talking about St. Mary's School, the services and different offerings that are provided to your student. If interested, we'll find out different ways and maybe an opportunity as well for another open house coming up when we come back around with the WTIM Morning Show, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville.
Your information station, WTIM.com.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and Chicago wheat lower at this hour. May corn down 2 1/4, 462. July corn down 1 1/2, 469 3/4. New crop December 449 1/2, down 1 1/2. May beans down 3 1/4, 1006 1/2. July beans down 3 1/2, 1018. New crop November 1004 1/4, down 3 1/2. May wheat down 10 1/4, 548. July wheat 564 3/4, down 9 3/4. May bean meal down 220, 298.10. May bean oil down 23 cents, 41.78. Livestock market, March feeders 287.25, up 77 cents. April live cattle up 55 cents, 207.50. April lean hogs down 75 cents, 85.37. Energy market, May crude oil 68.82, up 54 cents. Check up the markets on this Monday morning. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio
Here's Cousin Bill from Illinois Paving.
Attention farmers. Tired of potholes? Tired of dust and maintaining your driveway and lot? Sick of hauling in rock and grading continuously? Illinois Paving has multiple layered solutions that works. This system works for grain elevators, inside sheds, farm lanes, and all kinds of driveways in the country. It can hold up to your heavy weight. If you want to fix it right and be done, call the pros at Illinois Paving. 788-7777.
New year, new job. Join the great team at the Assumption Community Child Care Center, opening soon. This is Shawless Nagel, Executive Director of Kimmer Village, Inc. We are hiring teachers for our center. College credits, including specific hours in child care or child development, or a CDA certification required. Visit our website, kimmervillage.org/employment to submit an application. These are full-time positions and include great benefits. 217-226-2110 for more information.
This is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Are you looking for a great CD rate? If you are, TCCU has amazing rates from our 7-month special to our 60-month CD. If you are looking for a great investment, now is the time to put your money to work in a TCCU CD. Our minimum deposit is $1,000. For more information, please contact us at any of our convenient locations in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Dividends will be compounded monthly. A penalty for early withdrawal may be imposed. Fees could reduce earnings on the account. Member NCUA.
The Craig's Realtor team closed more sales in 2024 in Christian County than anyone else and gained market share. Owner Steve Craig's here. Our sales and our team continue to grow. Let us work for you by clicking on my icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Carl Krumsick here from Krumsick Monument Company in Taylorville, Illinois. Find out the many services we provide by clicking our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And we're back with our final segment of the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station, brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. My name is Grayson Bauman, and joining me in this segment are members of St. Mary's School. I have Principal Joanne Cody, and I have Carol Harrison, Director of Religious Education. And we've been talking about changes to preschool and what is being offered from K through 6. Now we'd like to get into some additional offerings and things that are going on. Carol, what can you tell me about service projects taking place?
Well, our Christian values of love of God and love of neighbor are an integral part of the St. Mary's experience. And these values are interwoven throughout the curriculum and throughout the day, even in the lunchroom and at recess. And service is a big part of who we are. And so our students learn from a very early age how to help one another. So we offer service projects that are locally, like supporting the food pantry. Right now, we are supporting Loving Arms Crisis Pregnancy Center with our baby bottle boomerang. We do toys that we give to families at Christmas time that the students help raise money for or donate. And that helps families that aren't able to buy gifts for their children. But then we also do things nationally, a lot with our veterans. We do a veterans collection, Valentine's for veterans. We also then do globally. We participate in Operation Christmas Shoebox that goes places around the world. I think this year our 97 shoeboxes went to Mexico. They go all over the world. And then we participate in the missionary work of the church by supporting the Holy Childhood Association. And that helps fund missionary work in third world countries. So our students are used to doing these projects. So if something comes up and you say, is there anyone that could help with this project we have? They're the first ones to raise their hand and say, well, of course we'll help. We'll volunteer. They'll do service, help at a dinner. Even as they get older, our older students that have graduated from St. Mary's, you'll see them working all over the community. And it's not because they have to, but they just know that this is important.
They want to.
That's
a big difference
between
those two. And then also going back to the preschool, going as well to like the assisted care facilities, finding that in the community and being a part of it, just makes you that much more well-rounded. Anything that you want to talk about in terms of the education and how it's preparing students before we get to our final topic?
Our students, by the time you graduate from 6th grade, you are comfortable speaking in front of people. So they have been doing that at Mass since they were in kindergarten. So it's just second nature to them. Volunteering and helping others, again, second nature to them. We have academic excellence. So our bar is lifted pretty high, and kids will always rise up to wherever you put that bar. And so they're excited about that. So they're well-rounded in volunteering, in public speaking, in participating, and leaders. Our 6th graders then help our younger students. So they're used to these leadership opportunities. So all of that makes them such a well-rounded citizen that by the time they get out in the community, it's just second nature to them.
I think it's very important, especially in a world that some of this is being lost. Love for your neighbor, caring for your community, volunteering, things of that nature. A lot of that is going by the wayside and is falling a little bit. And so here is a real big pickup for that. And I can appreciate that a whole lot. Now let's talk a little bit about this fully encompasses everything that we talked about a little bit, and getting your own eyeballs and your own experience at St. Mary's School. We have an open house coming up Thursday, March 27th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I'd love to hear more about it.
Okay. This Thursday evening from 6 to 8 at St. Mary's School, the big school, we will have an open house. Teachers will be there. Classrooms will be open. We invite anyone who is just curious, wants to see the building, maybe haven't decided where they want to send their kids to kindergarten or to preschool, to come take a tour, ask your questions. We will have alumni, parents, grandparents, people from the school board there to give guided tours, talk to you about each of the classes. There will be refreshments. I think they're having cookies from Happy Baked Goods, and we'll have lemonade or something. You can pick up a registration packet. Any of our incoming kindergartners that we know of so far have been invited to come for an informational meeting. The kindergarten teacher will be there, and she will talk to the parents about a day in the life of kindergarten, what it looks like. We will also have registration packets for preschool. We are limited to only being able to have 20 students in our 3-year-old and 20 students in our 4-year-old class. And we have 14 or 15 signed up in a couple of those classes. So once we reach 20, we'll be on a waiting list. So I would encourage anyone who's thinking about it, don't wait too long, because when the class is full, then I have to put you on a waiting list. And the only way then is if somebody changes their mind that we would have an opening.
So come on out to the open house Thursday, March 27th, this Thursday, from 6 to 8 p.m. at St. Mary's School. Thank you both to Carol and Joanne for joining me here on the WTIM Morning Show to talk all about St. Mary's School and how it can make your kid that much more well-rounded in their future endeavors. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville.
Your information station, WTIM.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Of an 18th century wartime law to deport Venezuelan